Hello, my little beans. Fluffernutter here. Today I have been craving a certain object of the edible variety, and that edible item is none other than steak and taters. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing we want to cook is the spuds. So what you want to do is come to your toaster oven. Now the first thing we want to do with the toaster oven is take out the tray, place that on the counter. Then we take out one of the potatoes and we want to rinse it off of any pesticides, obviously. Place it flat on the tray, but so it cooks evenly. We're going to puncture some holes into the tater, just enough to, evenly cook it. Because we don't want this all messed up. We want this perfect. We want it perfect. Now that you've stabbed the hell out of it, you want to put it in the toaster oven. The final step is to turn the temperature to 1200 and then put the timer to 30 minutes. Now once those 30 minutes are done and the bell goes off, that's when we cook our steak. Once it's been almost 30 minutes, now we want to get the other side. That other side in question is none other than good old spinach. So what I'm going to do is open this one up. If it allows me. Yes. Funny thing about this meal, this was one of my favorite things to eat as a kid. Back when food was so much cheaper and not your whole bloodline. And I would always remember being kind of more of a vegetarian as a kid. Loved my spinach. Even to this day, I'll snack out on it right out of the can. It's delicious. Now, I'm going to take this and put it into a pot. We then want to turn this on medium. Then take a spoon, mash it in the water so it cooks all nice. And if you really want to add some flavor to the spinach, just go ahead and add some salt. Not a lot though, because you don't want a heart attack. Then we just stir that in. Now once that's cooking, and the potato's still cooking, as you can hear it, ticking, we now want to focus on the meat. Get the big pan here, this side. But before we put the meat on the pan, we're going to add a little butter to give it nice, rich flavor. But rather than what we would do with mac and cheese, we're not going to cut a brick because the meat has most of the grease already in it, or at least created. We're just going to lightly trace it all around like as if it were a pen. Put it in the fridge, and then from here, turn this on little above medium. And then put the lid on and let that butter melt. Now once your butter is melted, you want to take the meat, get it out of the packaging, rinse that bad boy out, and then drop it in like so. Already, I can hear it sizzling. Now, for seasoning, we have my family's signature Montreal style steak seasoning. And this will actually help me get pumped for my birthday, which is literally right around the corner. And now the potato is done, and that is still cooking, which is actually a good thing because that gives that time to cool down long enough for it all not to burn our mouth. Now back with meat, we want to flip. Put over. Like Good. This is a very stringy meat, this one. Yeah. Then, want to pick out some salt. Lightly put that on there. And lastly, adobe. Sprinkle that on there. Put the lid on that. Let that brown on the outside. Come back to the good old spinach, which is at boiling point. Okay, so now that it's been about 5 minutes on each side, flip it once more for good measure. There we go. Put the lid on that. And now, finally, we get to set up the table. Neighbors. Oops. Huh. Some pepper. Put some of that on. Not a lot to burn your mouth, but enough to give a zest. Now last, but surely not least, the best sour cream ever. Sue me. Bon appetit, my little beans.